Kindiki will be told to step down because he has not even made an impact. He has not made anything. Mpaka kwao. Hii kiti unaona hii kiti imeachwa vacant. The opposition will take it.
What he needs to do is to get out of office.
Bethel Clouds TV, empowering lives.
Look now, the case between the case of the Wamunyoro guy, that is in court to determine whether he was removed from office legally. What if the court pronounces itself and says it was illegal? Whatever happened was illegal. Now, and then the court orders Ruto to reinstate Wamunyoro back. Do you think Ruto will hesitate?
What do you think?
He can't. He will do it before even the end of the statement of the judge as they are reading. You will find in Wamunyoro compound, the soldiers are there, the security is there, are waiting for him to be whisked and taken to his office.
But will Gachagua could agree?
Do you think Gachagua, with the condition of Matiang'i coming in, do you think him refusing to get an opportunity like that?
He might.
He can't resist that opportunity.
Actually,
because why he's fighting is not fighting because he liked or he loved Kenyans. He's fighting because he was removed from office and procedurally. Not because he loves Kikuyus. No. It is because he was removed from office and the method that was used to remove him from the office was not a correct method. According to him, everything was cooked. Everything was premeditated. And the person who made this to happen is Raila. And Raila is a partner with Uhuru. And Uhuru now, Raila and Uhuru, they have brought their person called Matiang'i. Now, where is Monyoro?
Do you think
in the equation? Do you see Monyoro in that equation?
Maybe he just wants to be a financier of this campaign. Because I think...
Because he's bitter. I campaigned for Ruto. I spent my money. I did everything to make sure Ruto wins. I brought Kikuyus inside. Now, if the court vindicates and it says Gachagua was hounded out of office illegally, and we are pronouncing because courts of Kenya, they work well when something needed to be done. Because when Maraga pronounced himself and said it was there were irregularities and what? The irregularities that he cancelled the whole election. And everybody obeyed. We all obeyed it. Now, if the same court now pronounces, and you can see the pressure that Ruto is undergoing, because he regrets the removal of Gachagua. And then there is a wind of an opportunity of a leakage that this is how the verdict is going to be said. That Gachagua, of course, yes, because whatever that was used was illegal. The Gazette notice was illegal. They did it in the night, it is illegal according to the constitution. They did everything which was illegal. Motuse Katusu has said what they did, it is illegal. Whatever happened is illegal. So in a court that is sober, Gachagua will be pronounced that this thing was done illegally. Therefore, the court, when the court says this thing was done illegally, they have an obligation to give a directive. And the directive will be what? Gachagua be returned, be given his rightful position. It is a court order. And Ruto has seen how Gachagua can be messy when he's out there. Do you think Ruto can refuse? Kindiki will be told to step down because he has not even made an impact. He has not made anything. Mpaka kwao. Hii kiti unaona hii kiti imeachwa vacant. The opposition will take it.
decision. Just to mention, following the ruling by the Court of Appeal, Mr. Kindiki cannot resign from that which is not there. What he needs to do is to get out of office. And number two, until the petitions that are pending in court are determined by a competent, well-constituted bench by the Chief Justice as directed by the Court of Appeal, His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua must be accorded the privileges and the protection that is contemplated by the Constitution befitting a deputy president. That is to say, his security must be reinstated. That is to say, the privileges that accrues with the office of the deputy president must be accorded to His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua. That is to say, the orders that were given by the High Court in Kirinyaga and the High Court sitting in Nairobi are still in force. Therefore, those imposters purporting to hold the office of the deputy president, the persons impersonating the office of the deputy president are holding that office illegally and unconstitutionally. And when we take over government, coming 2027, with His Excellency Dr. Kalonzo Musyoka leading, we shall take those individuals to account for the actions they took while they were illegally performing the functions of a deputy president. What he needs to do is to get out of office. Thank you.
Mimi ni wakili, senior counsel actually, and this friend here, Ndengwa Jiru, is also an advocate. My brother Eugene is an advocate. Kitonga Maanzo is an advocate. All of us are advocates of the High Court. And we are very concerned with the state of the legal situation now before us. We clearly have a constitutional crisis. As we speak, we do not have a deputy president. We have two deputy presidents, okay? And I respect Kindiki. He's from my part of the country. He should do the honorable thing and resign so that he can now allow due process to take place. The ruling by the Court of Appeal has clearly demonstrated the illegality, the political manipulation that happened to try and get Rigathi Gachagua being dismissed as a deputy president. Everybody is subject to the law, but it is now clear that that was politically motivated ruling by the partisan judge. And that Court of Appeal, the bench, I beg to repeat, that the bench now having been overruled by the Court of Appeal, what in law we would say the whole process has been void ab initio. The whole thing is voided. And so we expect that in the next few days, there's a lot that is going to happen. And so Kenyans now should be ready to have, or clearly it must be a retrial, but if it is a retrial and the impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua is based on an illegality, if the Deputy Chief Justice did not have the powers to appoint what he would say the impugned bench, okay? So now this is where we are. In a democracy, and Kenya is a democracy, our friend Kindiki should just step aside and allow due process. Thank you. Maybe my brother, you can say something.
Thank you very much. First of all, I would like to congratulate Canon John Motunga, who is retiring today after 36 years of service to God and His church. It's okay? So we're here to witness the retirement of a man of God, a man of great faith, Canon John Mutunga, who has served God and his church for 36 years. And we want to thank the Anglican Church for standing by the truth. Listening to Bishop Charles Muturi speak today. In fact, he has said Pastor Dorcas and Deputy President Gachagua had started the war against alcoholism in Mount Kenya region. That progress was interrupted by an impeachment that has now been declared illegal because of the bench that was formed and that has now been declared an illegality. So today we want to say this as lawyers to Professor Kindiki. You are a lawyer, you have been a lawmaker, you are a professor of the law.
Call like now, what happened to Gachagua, it was illegal because this body was not there. Because when Kindiki was given the deputy president, it is this commission that should have okayed him. And they should have not been a member of parliament. Was he a member of parliament?
Kindiki.
No. Yeah, he should not have been in a position that he was for about 2 months or 6 months. Is it 6 months? 6 months. So he is in office illegally. If the constitution was to be followed properly, he was in office illegally. There is no justification from the IBC. There is no justification from all the signatures and all the requirement that was required for him to become a deputy president. Nothing was followed. Kindiki will never be in the ballot. What you heard Mudavadi saying, Kindiki will never be in the ballot. Because what is he offering? The seat of deputy president is meant to offer, to bring votes. Right now, as it is, there is nothing to offer.
Kindiki doesn't have the muscle to lure people into...
He can't make it. He can't make it. Himself, if he goes to buy, he won't get it. He doesn't have the caliber of Gachagua. He doesn't have the caliber of a person like Medu or other people around. He doesn't have that caliber. He's not even, you cannot even make him an equivalent of Mburi Apuri. Mburi Apuri will outsmart him very early in the day. This guy is an office guy, a blue, what do you call it?
You say a blue eye.
A blue what? Blue. The people, the technocrat. He's a technocrat. He's a lawyer, a smart lawyer. Those people who build their own walls and live there. But he akwenda kupakwa matope pale atakwambia usuyu. There's a day he was, I think it's KTN or Nation, and they were doing a live interview, and he was accused of something. And they said, do you know, I'll get to sue you. Do you know what you accuse me in front of a national TV? Do you know, I'm going to sue you. The guy had to retract because he thought we were debating. And in a debate, you can be accused of anything. So he threatened them that I'm going to sue. That's the nature of Kindiki. Yes.
Bethel Clouds TV, empowering lives.